Hey guys, Lexus Driver here. Now, just a little disclaimer. What I'm before I start to talk about this. I haven't watched the sequel yet. I will be looking forward to watching it uh, and giving my verdict and whatnot. But for now, I want to discuss. I want to discuss some. I want to discuss the main antagonists of the bad guys duology. As of now, it's a duology, but in the future, it's going to be a trilogy. Hopefully, it's going to be a trilogy. Now, first thing I'm going to say in regards to the baddies in the bad guys. We have Professor Marmalade and Kitty Cat. Originally I was going to have Kitty Cat on the right and Marmalade on the left. But the problem is my big webcam. My webcam. It's blocking Kitty Cat's upper body. So I decided to have Kitty Cat on the left and Professor Marmalade on the right. So that way you guys can see what I have on my screen while I'm going to be talking about it. Now, uh, the sequel of the bad guys, it is confirmed. It is confirmed as shown in the trailer that Kitty Cat is the main antagonist of the sequel. But I would say comparing Kitty Cat and Professor Marmalade, I believe Professor Marmalade is going to be the true main antagonist of the entire franchise, and in the future, and as of now, it's going to be like in the future trilogy. I'm going to say Professor Marmalade is going to be the true main antagonist of the entire franchise because this guy he has much bigger plans than Kitty Cat, and I'm going to say that Professor Marmalade, he's much more threatening comparing to Kitty Cat. I mean, sure, Kitty Cat has a temper and can easily get pissed off, but Marmalade, the reason why I feel like Professor Marmalade is much more threatening. It's because Professor Marmalade, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anybody. He only cares about himself. I'm pretty sure Kitty Cat has that personality, but I would say eventually she's going to learn the errors of her ways because I like to compare this to Star Wars because I can feel like I can tell which antagonist is really the true main antagonist. When I say the true main antagonist is basically the real actual antagonist who caused a lot of problems and is the mastermind of the whole escapade and whatnot. So and also another antagonist is some fan favorite villains or villainesses. Some fan favorite villains or villainesses, villain slash villainesses. Some of them get redemption arcs. I would strongly imply that Kitty Cat is going to be the one who's going to have a redemption arc. Professor Marmalade, no, he's not going to have a redemption arc because I know that this guy's going to be the true main antagonist of the entire franchise of the bad guys. And regarding my favorite villain and villain or villainess in the bad guy series, I would choose Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade. Now you're wondering why I picked Kitty Cat. The reason why I picked Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade because Kitty Cat, she's a great villainess, and Just for now, I'm not in a position to forgive her, because I haven't, like I said, I haven't watched the film, but I'm not in a position to forgive her. But I hope she comes. Hopefully, I hope that this character, she could come back in the future, because I'm starting to get some vibes from The Empire Strikes Back, because you a character that a villain or villainess that you really love the most. You just hope, if the character gets a redemption arc. And another reason why I picked Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade is because Professor Marmalade, as I said, true main antagonist, and Professor Marmalade, he doesn't care about anybody. He only cares about himself. So I would compare this to to a GTA villain. I think in the game Vice City, Lance, because this guy, like, the first time I saw Professor Marmalade, I mean, he has a nice facade, um, but I feel like this character, he's really designed for you to hate. For Kitty Cat, on the other hand, a character that's designed to be the main antagonist, but also I feel like this character is designed to be a fan favorite. I'm pretty sure there are going to be people who are going to say that Marmalade is going to be I'm pretty sure there's going to be people who are watching this video that say that Professor Marmalade is also a fan favorite villain. But me personally, I choose Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade. And as I said about why I don't like Professor Marmalade, I never liked Professor Marmalade because, number one, he's narcissistic, he's selfish, he's self-centered, he only cares about himself. Because if you guys watched the first Bad Guys film, you noticed that Professor Marmalade screwed over Mr. Wolf and his friends, and yeah, that's what made me despise Professor Marmalade. Kitty Cat, on the other hand, I like Kitty Cat. It's just my current position is I'm not in a position to forgive her yet. But I believe she deserves a redemption arc. If I believe she deserves a redemption arc because if she reappears in the third film and works together with Professor Marmalade, I guarantee that Professor Marmalade is going to screw her over because if she honestly works for Professor Marmalade, I guarantee that Professor Marmalade is going to screw her over, just like how Professor Marmalade screwed over Mr. Wolf and his friends. So I really hope, I know it's too early. Like, this is way too early to be talking about a third installment of the Bad Guys. And with a third installment of the Bad Guys, that can turn into the film series of the Bad Guys will turn into a trilogy. So I really hope that Kitty Cat will appear in the third film of the Bad Guys. I know it's too early, but I really hope she's going to appear in the third film. And I made a poll on my YouTube channel. I made a poll on my YouTube channel regarding Kitty Cat. That poll I made, you should only vote if you actually watched the film. I haven't watched the film yet, but I will be looking forward to. But I'm just so excited about the sequel of The Bad Guys once I watched it in theaters, which is already going to be happening in my area right now. But in just a few days, I'll watch it and then give my verdict. But getting to the point right now. If I had to choose who's my favorite villain in the Bad Guys series, it's Kitty Cat. 100% Kitty Cat. I prefer Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade. And as I said, it is too early to say about this because the Bad Guys 3. It's too early to be talking about it. But I really hope that Kitty Cat appears in the third film, and initially she'll be a secondary antagonist, but eventually she'll see the errors of her ways and then switch sides and help Mr. Wolf and his friends. And eventually she could join. She could join the. She could join their team. So initially she is the main antagonist in the sequel, but I hope that if this film series becomes a trilogy, I really hope she appears in the third film because I strongly believe she deserves a redemption arc because I feel like there's a lot of backstory in Kitty Cat, and I feel like I would sympathize Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade. I would totally pick Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade. And also regarding the fan art of Kitty Cat, if you guys have been following me on Twitter. If you guys have been following me on Twitter, I actually made a work in progress of making a fan art. It's actually a Bad Guys LA Noire crossover. So what I have on the right, it's I'll show it to you on my tweet, but I might have to do this a bit off screen. So just hold tight. Uh, okay, here we go. So this is my current progress of the current fan art I'm going to be making, to celebrate the Bad Guys 2. If you guys notice here, what I have on the left is obviously Kitty Cat, and also on the right, if you guys have been playing LA Noire, what I have here, that's Detective Cole Phelps. But I'm going to be changing the suit a little bit because I like to say I'm gonna save this suit for making another Bad Guys fan art, but that one is going to be Mr. Wolf. So this one I'm going to change. I'm going to change his suit. I'm going to change it to. I'm going to change this to a gray suit with a red half Windsor knot necktie, and also I'm going to be changing the fedora so that way it matches the suit. But don't worry, guys. This fan art, it's going to take time to work on this, just time and also a way to hone my skills of trying to draw humans and also anthropomorphic characters. So as I said, this is my current work in progress of the Bad Guys 2 fan art. I had to modify the prison outfit a little bit, and also I'm gonna be what's this called? I'm gonna be changing the suit because this suit here. I'm gonna pick this for the for the other fan art of Detective Cole Phelps visiting Mr. Wolf in prison. But I will be changing that once I end off on the video here. But anyways. What I was gonna say. Okay. So that's all I have to say about Kitty Cat and Professor Marmalade. And as a final verdict, as I said, if I had to choose who's my favorite villain in the Bad Guys, it's Kitty Cat. I choose Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade because Kitty Cat. I'm pretty sure she has some backstory. I'm pretty sure she has some backstory that makes me feel sympathetic for her. But currently, right now, I'm not in a position to forgive her yet. But I hope she appears in the third film, starting off as a secondary antagonist, but eventually she'll switch sides and realize the errors of her ways and fight against Professor Marmalade, and eventually she'll join the team. So that's my final verdict. My favorite villain in the Bad Guys film. If there's one villain I choose, it's Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat over Professor Marmalade. But anyways, before I end off the video, let me know in the comments down below what villain what villain of the bad guys do you like the most, and I've been looking forward to reading your comments. But anyways, what else? Yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this video. I'm pretty sure that if this film gets a trilogy, I really hope Kitty Cat returns because the first time I saw Kitty Cat, I really like her design, and also I know she's a great main antagonist, but I really hope she's going to appear in the third film and deserve a character deserves a redemption arc, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some backstory that could make me feel sympathetic for her, but at the same time I'm not in a position to forgive her yet. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all I have this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and be sure you hit that notification bell so that way you can stay updated on new content I have on my YouTube channel. But anyways, that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, and have a good day, everybody.